Hello and welcome to this gentle Qigong practice to support your lymphatic system, to help your lymphatic system to drain. So if you've been feeling a little bit sluggish or that kind of puffy or heavy feeling in your body, and you feel like you just need a bit of a clear out to help you get up and get moving, this is perfect for you. Your lymphatic system is your body's drainage network, acts like your garbage disposal system. But this system, unlike the blood, relies on movement to help it to clear. It does not have a pump. So we need to actively move to help it to clear. So using a combination of rubbing and gentle tapping techniques, we will encourage that lymphatic system to flow and to give your immune system a bit of a boost, because the lymphatic system and the immune system are quite closely connected. In traditional Chinese medicine, if you're doing this practice in the season of spring, this is wonderful because that's about renewal, and it also helps you to feel like you're doing a spring clean for your body. But you can do this practice every single morning to get your lymphatic system flowing if you wish. But if you're just starting out, I would recommend you do this alternate days and then build up to every day. So before we begin, let's just take a moment and notice, how does my body feel today? What am I feeling like physically? How do I feel? Be curious rather than critical. Just notice how you feel. And now take a moment and notice how you feel energetically. What does my energy feel like? Be aware and curious. And then we'll check in at the end to notice how you're feeling physically and energetically. So let's get started. So we're going to start with our feet roughly shoulder width apart throughout the most of the practice. But we're going to start marching on the spot to start with while we rub our hands together. So a little bit of gentle marching on the spot as we rub our hands together. So we're going to build some heat and warmth in our hands so that we can take this heat and place it where we're rubbing on our body. Wonderful. We can stop here. Now we're going to start with the first point that we want to do when we're doing lymphatic drainage techniques, and that's around the collarbones. So with the palm of your hand, begin to rub to the top corner of your chest, under the collarbone and over the shoulder. So this is a major cluster of lymphatic drainage points here, of lymph nodes. So we're starting here with a little bit of pressure, not too much, just gentle rubbing, and you can do this 8 to 10 times. And then you're going to take your hand and rub down the inside of the arm, up the outside to the shoulder, back to where you started, 2 more times. Good, helping the lymphatic system now to flow. 1 more. Then let's go to the other side. Same thing, under the collarbone, little bit of pressure, not too much. And rubbing across over the shoulder. So we're starting here because this area in the collarbones is where your lymphatic system drains back into your bloodstream. It's the exit point. So when we're rubbing here, we are clearing this first, so that we have room for everything else to flow towards it. So now take your hand down and rub down the inside of the arm, up the outside, to the shoulder. 1 more time. Wonderful. Relax the hands down. Notice for a moment how the arms feel, how this area in the upper chest feels. Now we're going to tap where we've just been. So we're going to start off with loose fists and underneath the collarbone, start to tap. And we're just going to tap firm enough that we feel a little vibration in the chest. This lovely tapping is tapping over the lung channel points here, where your lung meridian channel starts. Always makes you want to breathe. So we're tapping where we've just been stroking, and now we're also bringing the lungs into the picture as well. Then we're going to tap down the arms, tap up the outside. This stimulates the blood flow, supporting your lungs and encouraging lymphatic drainage just where it needs it. 1 more time. Then we're going to go to the other side. Loose fist under the collarbone. Tapping right over those lung points, right over the area you were just rubbing. Bringing some nourishment into the lungs. Then take the arm out, tap down the inside, up the outside. Stimulating the blood flow. Bringing the energy to the surface of the skin. One more time. And relax. Now as you relax your arms down, notice how you feel at this point. You might feel a zinginess under the skin as you've been stimulating the blood flow and the energy starting to flow. Let's do the second point now for our lymphatic drainage, and that is in the neck underneath the jawline. So keep one hand down by your side, the other hand goes underneath the jaw and starts to rub forwards and backwards, not too firm, be gentle here. Now we're keeping one arm down on purpose because we never want to rub both sides at the same time. We only ever do one side at a time. Just again 8 or 10 times, and then we go to the other side. Keeping the opposite arm down, gentle rubbing underneath that jawline. Got a major cluster of lymph nodes here, so we want to keep these clear. And now we want to relax. Good. Change into tapping where we've just been. So loose fingertips, like raindrop fingers we call these in Qigong. So we're going to tap underneath the jaw. Then tap down the sides of the neck. This is your cervical lymph nodes here, so you want to keep these nice and clear. Draining away the lymph from the head and the neck. Then tap across the top of the collarbones, to the side. One more time, under the jaw. Down the sides of the throat, above the collarbones. Then relax. Wonderful. Let's move on to the next area. So this is in the armpit. So you want to take your hands from the chest wall, arm above the head and into the armpit and rubbing across. Little bit of firm pressure, not too hard. You'll know the pressure to use yourself. And this is wonderful for women for breast health because while we are rubbing here, we're also feeling if there's any lumps, anything unusual that we don't expect to be in this space. We have a major cluster of lymph nodes here, so we want to keep this nice and clear and flowing. Then we're going to go to the other side, arm above the head, rubbing across from the chest wall into the armpit. Taking your time. Wonderful. Then we're going to tap where we've just been. So a loose hand, tap into the armpit, down the side of the body to the waist. One more time. Other side. Very good. Relax your hands down. Oh, now we're going to go back up here to the chest. I like to include the chest in lymphatic drainage, so we're going to use what we call raindrop fingers. Tap all around the chest. Also keeps the lungs lovely and clear by tapping around the chest. It feels really lovely. And again, this feels like it wants me to breathe, to take lovely deep breaths. Now we're going to change this to tapping right in the center of your chest with a loose fist or with fingertips right in the center of your chest. Tapping over the lymph gland here. Sorry, not the lymph gland, the thymus gland. I am doing lots of lymph today. So your thymus gland is in the center of your chest. Small little gland, but it also has a role in your immune system. So we want to activate that while we are here. If this feels tender, change that to raindrop fingers because it can feel tender because we hold a lot of emotion in our chest, don't we? So if that feels tender, use your fingertips instead. And relax. Notice how this top half of the body is feeling. Take a moment and tune in. Now let's go to the abdomen. So we're going to start from the right hand corner of your abdomen and we're going to start to rub in a clockwise direction in little circles. So following the line of your large intestine, so here we are also giving your digestive system some love and attention. We have lymph nodes in our abdomen as well, so we want to keep this lovely and clear and flowing, but this also really helps your digestive health too. Then we're going to tap where we've just been. So tap into the right hand corner, patty cake tapping all the way across, down the sides, across the bottom, almost like you're doing tapping in a square. One more round. And relax. Moving down further in the body now to the groin. So as we do this, we want to step our feet just a little bit wider. And we're going to now rub into the groin crease. So just up and down again, just 8 to 10 times. This is your inguinal lymph nodes. So we're going to give these a lovely helping hand to clear. And then we're going to tap where we've just been with loose fists, tapping right into this area. This is lovely to do if you've been sitting a long time as well, to help the blood flow through these femoral arteries here. And a little squat. Squat and tap. Let's really help that lymphatic system to move, get the blood flowing. There's a major cluster here, so we want to keep this nice and clear. And relax. And then the final place we're going to go today is behind your knees. So rubbing behind your knees, either in circles or up and down, whatever you feel is best for you. Give it a nice rub and tap where you've just been. So tap over the back of the knees, all around, and relax. Then we're going to finish this whole lymphatic drainage flow with just dropping our heels to ground. So have your hands out to balance, come on tippy toes, knock your heels down. 2 more times, come up, knock down. Really help that lymph to settle now, to really ground you. Wonderful. Now that you've moved through all of that, take a moment and notice how you're feeling compared to how you felt physically at the beginning of the class. Is there change? Be curious. Notice how your energy's feeling now again. Just be curious. Take that moment to observe. You know, lymphatic drainage techniques are really existing across many modalities, but mine is rooted in Qigong with tapping and rubbing the body. So thank you so much for practicing this with me today. If you enjoyed this practice, please give me a thumbs up. That helps other people to find me. And don't forget, if you haven't subscribed already, click on subscribe so that you don't miss any new practices or videos that I am releasing. And I would love it if you would share your experience by putting a comment below. In the meantime, look after you today, lovely. Breathe and believe. Bye-bye.